As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be.
Oh man, it's 8 o'clock.
And so that'll make it a.
I don't need the spotlight. I shine just fine.
Hi, I'm Karma, and yes, I am a bitch.
BravBros.
The Brooke Ashley.
Hey everyone, how's everybody feeling? You guys all look amazing. When I tell you all, I am so excited to be here tonight. I have had the privilege of collaborating with the BravBros, and they are amazing. Did everybody catch them this past Tuesday after the SLC reunion on Watch It Happens Live? They did an amazing job. They killed it. Killed it. Andy couldn't have picked better co-hosts, better bartenders. Thank you, from your lips to God's ears. But you might have seen me on YouTube. I run my mouth about these housewives, and we actually do have a few of these housewives in the building tonight. So I hope you all are excited. Now, without further ado, I want to introduce to you guys Steele Russell and Shooter Magooter, the BravBros. Here they are.
Hey, everybody. Hold on. I want to hold it tonight. He wants to use the mic stand, but I don't want to use the mic stand.
No, I'm done mic stands.
But
I need a free hand.
what I have to do with every show, because it's still weird to me that we're allowed to do live shows, and thank you all for that. It's amazing that we're able to be here. But New York, how we doing tonight?
Look, Steele showed up in his jorts.
I wore my jorts.
Steele's got jort riz. We call that jizz. Right, bud?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been calling it for a long time. That's why I wear the jorts. It's an excuse to say jizz.
Nobody could ever say that you don't have jizz.
That's true. Thank you. Is this how you thought we'd start the show off?
We're off and running.
I have one question. Do we have any like BravBros here? Are there any dudes here that are boyfriends? Oh, we got an actual BravBro.
Why don't you come up to the stage? We're gonna sit down. No. You stay where you fucking are.
If you look to the center of the room, you might see some people from Bravo. I don't know. You might be able to spot them. We have Joe Bradley.
Point them out. Let them sit.
Oh, should I let him see it? Okay. We also have Danielle. She's there right there. Give him a round of applause. But yeah, we got Eddie over here.
There we go,
too.
Eddie.
Wow. We got a lot of friendly faces here, but we just wanted to start out by saying thank you to all of you. We never thought that we'd be able to have our very own live show, so this is pretty crazy. And we couldn't have done it without Scott, our producer, and we also want to thank Bubly for hooking it up as well.
Hell yeah. That's exactly what we want to start the show off with, right?
Yeah, baby.
What do you want to talk about? What else has been going on this week?
Well, that's the thing. We get some shit for our preamble because people say they just want to get to the Bravo stuff, which is funny because you can just skip the fucking thing. So I'll never understand that. But if you are one of those people, we still love you. It's okay. You can just skip us. But for my preamble, I think we need to discuss Watch What Happens Live because we were on TV.
Yeah. First off, I want to say no bartender is actually making any drinks.
Yeah, no.
All the drinks just keep coming out. And the weirdest fucking thing is, we sat in the backstage, they said 3 drink maximum.
3 drink max.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't want to get hammered before I go on TV. You're sitting out there, they replenish your drink every commercial break. I could have gotten fucking blackout and started yelling at Heather, yelling at Andy, whatever I really wanted to do. And maybe that's what they wanted, honestly. I didn't bite on it.
Well,
it was cool.
The alcoholic in me, I was sitting next to him, and every time they came over to replenish, they literally fill it to the top. They take the glass and give him a brand new glass every time. I only had water, and they still replaced my water, but every time they took it away, he had one sip. I'm like, dude, drink the fucking drink. Drink your drink, because you're driving me nuts. Just have more. And he's like, I'm pacing myself. I don't want to make an idiot out of myself.
It's not pacing myself. I didn't want to end up drunk. I just wanted to have a good time,
Yeah, it's pretty boring. But it was, wouldn't you guys rather have seen him live doing something dumb? I know. But that was
maybe next time, yeah.
Yeah, cross your fingers. But that was the funniest part is we had people in our comments I guess this is kind of like a rose and thorn. We're not doing that tonight, but here it is. Oh, we got an oh. Oh, that's so nice. Do you guys like that segment? Oh.
We don't want to bore you. Everybody's been nice to us this week. That's the problem.
Well, here's an impromptu one then. So we had in the comments multiple times, people are like, man, you guys really blew it. You had the chance to give it to Heather, and you totally bombed. And we're like, what the fuck do you want us to do? Like, yo, Heather, do you really have to talk about the black eye for a whole fucking season? Like, what? We want to come back to watch what happens live. We don't want to get kicked the fuck out. And then the best part was we're standing behind the bar, and we're mic'd up the whole time. And we're not aware of that because we don't do shit like this. And so we're standing there, and it's a commercial break, and we're looking at all of Andy's, like, tchotchkes behind the thing. And I'm whispering to him, like, dude, we should steal something.
Let's just lean in. We'll just grab one of the things. Like, nobody's going to miss a book. It doesn't really matter. The fucking cameraman sitting behind us who has earphones on heard us the entire time, and he's like, you will never believe how many people steal things from this clubhouse. It doesn't matter. Like, people just walk in and they just steal shit all the time. Yep. We didn't realize he could hear us. We got embarrassed immediately. We're like, we were just kidding. Like, you don't know us from anyone else. Like, we were just invited tonight. We could have stolen some shit, and you would have just, I don't know what you would have done.
I think you probably would have called us out because clearly he's done it in the past. But we didn't take anything, nor were we being serious either, and that's...
You didn't take anything?
Nor did we were being serious. No, we didn't take anything. Did you call me a pussy for not taking anything?
This front row needs to chill the fuck out. Dallas Cowboys fans, get to the back. Cowboys fans to the back.
Yeah. But are you guys excited for tonight? We got Erin Lichy coming out in a little while. Yeah. And did we like the new Roni? What's the overall temperature of the room? Yeah. We loved it.
We don't have a meter to go off of, so
should we get my phone out, like the decibel meter?
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We got that, and then we're also going to do a recap of Beverly Hills this evening. And are we all up to date? Okay, all right. Well, that leads to one very important question. What do we feel about Anne-Marie?
Yeah, let's talk shit. Let's talk shit on Anne-Marie.
Yeah, that's what this show's going to be.
The whole fucking hour, we're going to talk shit.
No, that wouldn't be fun, would it?
I think it would.
I think it'd be a little fun. It'd be a little fun.
We've got someone from the Doctors Association coming tonight to tell us what's going on.
Yeah, we got an actual doctor that's going to give us some actual medical knowledge, and then he's going to do an examination of Shooter's esophagus.
Yes. It's large and wide.
Yeah. Oh, God.
You don't like that? Is that not the kind of esophagus
you guys get to
like?
see what happens, like, in our studio, as we call it at my house. This is what happens. He says stupid shit, and then I have to go back and edit it out. So I had to remind him tonight that I can't do that. So don't get us canceled. So we'll see how it goes. So far, so good, I think. We've only had one esophagus joke, so that's good. And we've only had one person call me a pussy from the audience. So we're off to a great start. Things are going well. All right? You got anything else before we get to the recap?
No, let's just get right into it.
I got to get my journal. I brought my journal. I also brought this camera. I bought it from
camera.
Instagram for $70. And it takes, like, Polaroid. So everyone smile.
Boo.
Right now? Okay.
You bought a fucking camera from Instagram. You're going to get our shit hacked.
Yeah, probably. We might already be hacked. But, yes.
Oh, somebody wants to see your
How's
face.
that?
Jesus Christ.
Hey. Is that
somebody
better?
edging in the audience to your face? What the fuck?
Hey. It's okay. Hey, I'll show you my face.
Jesus
No problem.
Christ. You're going to have bukkake going tonight.
No, Devin's at home tonight. It's all good. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted Dev to be here. She misses. Dev will kick your ass. Yeah, Dev's tough as shit. So, but
shut the fuck up, Joe.
Yeah, see?
You should be happy you're here, right?
You're welcome, pal. No, we're thrilled for you to be here. But let's get into some Beverly Hills, guys. And again, you guys are liking this season overall? Yeah. Yeah, I like it as well. We're in, like, the mid-ground right now, so I'm glad that we're on a trip. I feel like the trip's always... Is your mic okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
You keep looking at your mic, it's bugging me.
Don't fucking worry about me.
Just fucking pay attention.
Look at the audience. They're here.
So, we need to start out, because the first thing that I thought was going to happen, and it did happen, was Dorit's going to call it Barcelona. And she didn't for like most of the episode, and it was funny as shit because when the episode ended, the after show came on, and I don't usually watch that, but the first 2 seconds, she's like, yeah, we were in Barcelona. Oh, sorry, Barcelona. And I was like, there she is. I knew it would happen at some point. But let's start out with this one. So we're packing for Barcelona. We got Sutton, all right?
I still think we should call it Barcelona the entire time.
Barcelona?
Yeah.
Okay, so tonight we're gonna call it Barcelona because we're cultured and we're gentlemen. So we're packing with Sutton and Avi, and we find out that she is bringing her friend's ashes. Merce's
Yep.
ashes. Now, people got upset about the Ziploc bag. I've seen ashes like when they come back from the crematorium. They're in like a fucking plastic
How the
bag,
fuck?
right?
How do you get that through customs? Like they don't think it's
Oh,
drugs.
right. That's a good point. Actually.
That was my only concern.
That's
I'm
not
like,
cocaine.
who's snorting this like gray powder, and like what does it do for you? And like the poor TSA agent's like dipping his key in there, like, ooh, this is gonna get me a little fucked up. And no, it's not. It's gonna make you a great dance instructor for like 20 minutes.
That's how that works. People don't know that. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I actually didn't think about that. That would actually be a lot funnier, though. It's like, no, that's just my dead friend. Put him back in the Ziploc bag and let me go. But anyway, moving on from there, we get an awkward interaction between Crystal, we get Erica Jane, and we get Anna Marie. And as we know, Anna Marie sucks, and Anna Marie is also will not leave Sutton alone, and now she's got Crystal in her crosshairs. So as this interaction is happening, it's like foreshadowing. I'm like feeling the tension here. You know, I like to watch body language and all that. I guess I don't understand when it was smoothed over, and that bothered me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was smoothed over like a FaceTime call and then telling other people that everybody was like okay with it. But that's what happens. You go on trips, everybody smooths everything over, and then it pops back up. Usually very inorganic.
All right, well, that's a boring response.
Yeah,
But,
what the fuck do you want from me?
But no, let's move on. And we get to All About Sutton. And I actually appreciated this because we're not fans of games. Are you guys fans of the actual games on the show? Like when they play a game, sometimes they don't usually land. And I feel like it always derails the entire trip. Like things could be going well, we go to a dinner, and then we play some stupid game like, okay, if you had to murder somebody at the table, if you got to murder somebody here, it's not personal. Who would you pick? Who would be murdered?
It's always sexual. It's always like you gotta suck somebody off the table. What are you gonna do?
That's always that.
Or they're gun to your head. You have to scissor somebody here. Like this is what's gonna happen. And they always answer, but then it causes a fight. And it's like, all right, we were talking about scissoring a second ago. Now I have to kill you? What's going on?
But anyway, moving on from there, we get to the chateau, the Villa Tatalina. It's 700 years old, and it's haunted apparently. And how do we feel about ghosts? Because we talk about ghosts a lot. We talk about conspiracies a lot.
Do we believe in ghosts?
I believe in ghosts.
Show of hands.
1,000% yes.
You guys are all
answer.
fucking idiots.
This guy, when we get into this shit all the time, and my mom's here. Everyone say hi to Gail.
How do you see her? I can't see her.
I can see her. She's right there.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Adele.
But she has always believed, you know, there's like little ghosts. Like we had a pantry ghost in my townhouse growing up. Like she would just like lock the pantry door.
Is that just who was eating the snacks?
I forget who she said it was, but like you couldn't open the door just sometimes, not all the time. But then fast forward, and some of you might have heard this on the podcast, I bought my house and I was renovating and we had to do a bunch of demolition and all that shit. So I went to my basement and there's like a cupboard under my stairs. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what that's all about. So I opened that up. And this is why I actually believe in ghosts now. But anyway, I open up the cabinet and look underneath, and it's like my basement's not finished. It's really gross and scary, especially at night. And under the staircase on the wall is children's drawings. That was the correct response. There's children's drawings. It's a gun. And it says shoot to kill.
Not a real gun. It was drawn.
It's a drawn gun. Oh, yeah. No, it's not a real gun.
Yeah, Steele just leaves the gun there. He's touch it.
Yeah,
This is a ghost gun.
Yeah, it's a cool, wow, sick gun. Yeah, I just left it. No, that was on the wall under the stairs in a creepy cupboard in my creepy basement. So I'm like, all right, sick, that's fun. Anyway, fast forward, I'm sitting in my living room watching TV, and I hear like a eek, and I'm like, and my basement door doesn't latch shut, so I'm like, okay, maybe it's a draft, whatever. I like look over and the door's wide open, and I always intentionally shut it because it scares the shit out of me. So I shut the door, and I go to the kitchen to get a glass of water, and this fucking door goes eek, as I'm watching the thing all the way open. Yeah, someone said I'm out. I left my house. I was like, Dev, you're on your own. you can deal with this shit. Call an exorcist. I'm getting the hell out of here. And since then, a lot more has happened.
Wait, so you redid the whole house?
Yes.
And
You think I pissed them off?
No, I think that you had shitty craftsmanship.
Why?
You couldn't do a door
Oh, the
frame?
door? No,
yeah,
no,
the
no,
door
no.
creeped up and because you don't know how to do a door frame.
I don't do doors. I'm not a door guy, but I've seen some shit there. So I actually believe in ghosts. So like when they bring it into the Housewives trips, I always actually appreciate it because I would love to see some actual haunted shit. Do I think that Dorit's 10,000 pounds of Chanel breaking the closet was because of a ghost? No, absolutely not. But Chanel does not belong on the ground. And I think we all know that. The fashionista here definitely does.
Well, I mean, I think Dorit probably thinks that she can speak in a ghost dialect because she studied a ton of fucking languages and she just knows what to do.
I would love if next episode she's like, woo.
Barcelona.
But she's by woo, Barcelona. But she's by herself. There's nobody else in the room. Like, who are you talking to? Oh, the little people. The little people around the house. And when they said that too, that really scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, what bothered me was that everybody started identifying them as aliens, Martians. Like, no, they're fucking ghosts.
Yeah,
like,
where
what
did
you
that come
think?
from?
Why did you think that immediately the little people were aliens?
Or Martians.
We're talking about ghosts here,
Wait,
idiots.
what's the difference between an alien and a Martian?
Look, maybe Crystal was right. Maybe they are uneducated.
Oh.
They don't know.
Oh, do you guys think Crystal said that? We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
You asked them a question and now you're mad that they're answering.
Well, they're calling me a pussy and shit, so yeah, that's my revenge.
Yeah, this front table needs to go.
No, you guys are great. You guys are great. But the glam team arrives, and everyone needs their glam. And I don't know how you get on a glam team, but that seems to be the best job in the world because they travel everywhere. They only show up before events, and then what do you do in the meantime? Because I need to be a glam
See
guy.
the city? I don't know. Like, would you go to lunch?
I think I would go check out Barcelona first, but I do have an actual topic to discuss because this is interesting, and I've had a theory, and I don't know if you guys have the same theory, but I think that Dorit knows more about what's going on with Kyle and Mo. I think that she's privy to a little bit more. She's around Kyle or was around Kyle until Morgan Wade kicked her out, but I think that there's more there, and scenes like this kind of get my radar going.
Gets your radar going?
It gets my radar going.
You fucking radar love?
No, it gets my radar really going. But this scene when she's going through Kyle's shit, like what she packed for this trip, and we're pulling out, leather. We're pulling out, what'd you say, leather, bejeweled?
Bejeweled pleather.
Bejeweled pleather,
No.
which who doesn't have bejeweled pleather? But my question is, as she's looking at this, she makes a joke where she's like, oh, is she looking for a new husband? And I just think that the more we're getting out of Dorit, the more that she's talking about this stuff, dropping shit like that, is that because she knows more, or is she pissed off because Morgan Wade has replaced her and now she's using the confessionals to lash out?
I think all of that came through in the same scene. Like, she even said, like, who is this new Kyle? And now she drops the new husband thing. It's like,
Right.
yeah, you're both butthurt that you're now no longer Kyle's best friend, and you're also dropping little hints here and there.
Yeah, I think
She's not wrong, but
yeah, but her approach is weird, and maybe it's because I don't like her that much. I don't really know. That could be a little bit biased, but
well,
I don't know. The more that's coming out, and we don't have that much info. We have speculation from the media. We have the cheating rumors about Mo, and then we have Kyle, the music video, and her relationship with Morgan Wade. So I'm looking to everybody on the show to see if they're giving any hints at all. And I think that Dorit knows more. And I think that if you piss her off enough, we might start to learn more. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for.
yeah, I could see that happening. I feel like Dorit's going to be one of the, they could edit it out though too. The way that it comes down with producers, they could just pull everything back out and leave it till the end so that we're not let in a little too early. If they have a big reveal at the end, maybe.
That's fair.
We'll see.
Well, I think we can all agree, side note here, that Salt Lake this season was fantastic and the finale was fantastic. And we talked about it on Watch What Happens Live. It's no big deal. It's not a big deal. But we talked about it on there, how it's going to be difficult to keep everybody on that same. I wish that more Housewives shows would keep it buckled up until the end, where we didn't know what was going on, because that finale was so fucking great when they're on the beach and you get that super intense scene and receipts, proof, timeline. All that shit was so good. But I wish that more shows would take notice of that and just keep stuff quiet until the end of it. And I'm actually glad that we're not finding out more about Mo and Kyle. I'm actually glad that they're not letting it slip because maybe we'll have some big reveal at the end. And wouldn't that be awesome for Beverly Hills to kind of climb that ladder? We've seen.
Wouldn't that be awesome if they get divorced?
What the fuck? Wait.
That's what you were alluding to.
No, we don't root for failed anything.
No, but you're rooting for a big reveal. What's the big reveal?
They're in a throuple.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not
we
gonna
cheer
happen.
for threesome.
That's not going to happen at all. That's definitely not going to happen. Don't get your hopes up. But let's get to dinner, and we're with Chef Storm, which, look, yeah, wow. Wow is right. But I think it's funny, and we've talked about this on the podcast before. I think it's funny that when you get any Housewives franchise on a trip, and you have a chef, or you have somebody simply helping them with bags, and they're a handsome gentleman, they're all like, damn. If you don't climb that, I'm going to. Like, I think it's hysterical that, like,
I fucking hate that you know how to do that with a microphone.
You like that?
Stop fucking with that. Please stop. Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't want to get bricked up on stage, you know?
Ah, gross. That's the after show. I'm going to stop. I'm going to keep going, but I'm going to stop. But Chef Storm, this man's just trying to, make some money. He's like, oh, cool, I get to be on TV. Oh, my sister's going to come help me out. She's the waitress, if you didn't see that little snippet. And then he walks outside, and they're like, not even looking at the food. They're looking at Storm. And of course, his name is Storm. Like, this beautiful man from Spain, his name's Storm. He's cooking you food. I get it. We get it. You get it?
I get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
But, like, sometimes it comes on a little strong. That's all I'm saying.
It definitely does, but do we need the added in extras where Garcelle's talking about Storm dripping down on her? Fucking weird. Maybe she didn't say dripping. Maybe I actually put that one back in there. I think she said raining.
I believe
which
she
makes
said
but she meant
rained.
dripping.
Rained all over.
Yeah. No.
No.
Absolutely
See, this
not.
is a moment I would edit out.
No, he wouldn't. You
And
would
I
leave
can't
this
take
in.
it out. That's unfortunate, but we're at the dinner, and we got Merce there, Merce's ashes, and everyone starts pointing out that poor Merce is in a Ziploc bag, which, again, I don't think, and that's the other thing, and I'm sorry I'm stuck on the ashes, but that's another thing. Like, what do you want her to do? Like, what if she dumps them into something else, and then they spill, and now Merce is in the living room? And I'm just saying, but we're
Do you want him in a soda can?
What?
What do you want him in a soda can or something? Like, what's the better thing?
If I was transporting your ashes,
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're transporting my ashes.
I would put you probably in like a dip can.
Where would you put me out at?
Huh?
Where would you throw me out?
Where would I throw you out?
Yeah.
Ooh. That's fun. I would probably throw you out. No. That'd be too nice.
That would be too nice,
It has
yeah.
to be like nice, but like kind of mean, or else it's not like fitting for this.
During
whole,
a
like,
sound bath, but like in a nice place.
There.
Yeah.
It would be during a sound bath with Eagle Woman on the 50-yard line at the link. And I
Okay.
think he would
That
rest
checks out,
peacefully.
yeah.
And then he would haunt me for. Then he'd be with the dude in my basement.
No, I
drawing
wouldn't
guns on
haunt
the
you
wall.
forever.
It's full circle.
Now I have to
guys.
live in your fucking basement afterwards? Like, kind of heaven?
Yeah, no, it's not. No, but say hi to the little children down there that are haunting my house.
Listen to you do laundry all the time? No. I'm out.
What's that?
I have to listen to you do laundry all the time?
Oh,
No.
yeah, no, my house, like, literally rattles from the ground up. It's an older home. It's a beautiful home. I love my house. But, like, the pipes, I don't know who installed these pipes, but it sounds like a jet engine taking off. As
I hope you're not
pressure's
selling
going.
your house tonight.
Huh?
I hope you're not selling your house tonight.
Actually,
This is a really fucking
this is a bad
shitty review.
This is not a good pitch to sell my house, but no, it like rattles the whole thing. I don't know what I'm telling you about. You don't care about my house. Let's get back to dinner. But we're with dinner service with Storm, and again, everyone's eating the food, and they're like, oh my God. And that's uncomfortable. I didn't have to do it out loud, but that's uncomfortable for me. I wanted to make you guys equally uncomfortable having to listen to that. Were you uncomfortable?
Yeah, I'm fucking uncomfortable.
Oh, you're right
Keep
now?
doing that thing with the microphone. I don't want to hear it anymore.
I don't know how to, we're new to this.
No,
Give me a
these
break.
poor guys, like it started, I feel like, with Ultimate Girls Trip up at Dorinda's, where everybody was just like completely, and like there's a problem up there.
Well, they dropped the
There's a whole
lawsuit.
fucking lawsuit.
No, they dropped it.
Well, there was a lawsuit where there's smoke, there's fire, Steel.
There's a settlement.
There's probably a settlement,
Probably
I'm
a settlement.
sure.
Marco?
And
Marco,
ever
right?
since then, everybody is just like getting undressed with their eyes, and there's always so many fucking weird moans coming from things. Like, no, we're done with that. Let's stop that and all the sex games.
Okay,
we're done.
cool.
Yeah.
Me?
Not you.
The show.
No, you keep going. You keep going.
Yeah, I can't stop. But we're at dinner, and this is where Anne-Marie starts to be Anne-Marie. And she intros like she's going to do an apology, and we've seen this all season, and this drives me crazy. Like, literally, I want to throw the notebook, and if you listen to the podcast, you know this notebook gets thrown a lot. But as she, like, intros into this apology, you hear her just start to get, like, a little more, like, where she's not really apologizing, but telling people, like, I'm sorry, and you need to be sorry for your part, because I'm sorry for my part. She keeps emphasizing my part in it, but if you go back and rewatch her part, like, you are the problem with this whole thing. You brought up the fucking esophagus that we've talked about ad nauseum. The esophagus, exactly. I don't even want to talk about it tonight because she talks about it too much. Like, yeah, exactly. And for the rest of my life, when I hear esophagus, I'm going to think of Anne-Marie and Sutton, and that's unfortunate because I don't want to think about that.
Wait, how often do you hear esophagus? Is that a problem?
Recently, I've heard it a lot.
Well, no, outside of this, what have you else heard?
Outside of this, it's not a frequent word, but if I do hear it in passing, I'm going to be like, ugh. Sutton
When the
and
fuck do
Anne-Marie.
you hear it in passing?
Well, now you're putting me on
They're
the
walking somebody on the street like, oh yeah, so esophagus. What are you thinking about?
But see, now we're doing the same exact thing. We're talking about the esophagus ad nauseum.
I know.
Yeah,
Let's
so let's
keep
move
going.
on.
Yeah.
We're getting there. But
What's your problem with Anne-Marie?
that's what thank you for keeping me on point. My issue
No,
with
I'm
Anne-Marie,
asking you. What's your actual problem?
I'm telling you right now.
Tell me right now.
My issue with Anne-Marie is the fact that she says one thing and does another. And that drives me crazy because we have cameras. And that's what I always wonder when they're on TV. It's like, don't you know that there's a microphone? That thing in the middle of your back that doesn't fit in the outfit you're wearing is a microphone. That big thing in your face that man or woman is carrying around you is a fucking camera. So why do you think that when you say dumb shit such as accusing Crystal of having an eating disorder, or sorry, Sutton, saying next to Crystal, who has been open about her eating disorder, that maybe Sutton had one. Like, what a dumb thing to say there. And then fast forward, in that same moment, they're still sitting at that same table. And Crystal's like, oh, so you're saying that Sutton has an eating disorder? She's like, no. Didn't say that. It's like, you fucking just did, dude. And we have it on camera, and we have it on a microphone. So my problem with her is the fact that she wants everyone to own up. And she says, I'm not a liar. I'm not this. I'm not that. Everything she says she's not, we've watched her do within the span of like a week. And that's a fucking nightmare.
Are you sure that we don't need to thank Anne-Marie for giving us a storyline to talk about? Are you sure? Because she's bringing it. She's doing something. This is actually great because these are the groans that I get. And they know what I'm doing.
Yeah, he's gaslighting me.
First off, gaslighting's not real. You're just crazy.
This is what I deal with. This is what I've dealt with since we were 15 years old. I've known him more than half of my life.
You made it up. What? Go on.
Anyway, let's get back to the table. We got Anne-Marie, and she's apologizing for her part. And then I'm glad more people in the group spoke up about it because Garcelle is single, Sutton is single, and she makes it seem as though because she gets to go home to her husband and to her house and her fabulous life and this and that, she takes a dig at being single, saying that pretty much your value is equated to being in a marriage with a man and having a house and this and that, instead of being like more open to the idea that, hey, Garcelle's sitting at the table too. You're trying to dig at Sutton, you're digging at her as well. You're also digging at anybody that's not in a relationship, saying that equates to you just being lonely and fucking miserable. And what a shitty thing to say. You know what I mean? Like, we've all been single, we've all been out there, we've all had to do our thing, whatever. I've found that when you are single, if you're going through a transitional phase in your life, you finally get to find out who the fuck you are. Right? You know what I mean? Ooh, I like that.
I hate that.
Guys, give me
Hold for applause to your thought. I hate that.
Where were we?
Right, guys?
Right, guys? I'm just going to do that all night, right? Come on. No. But anyway, Anne-Marie, that's where she goes, I apologize for the things I did. And she's being so stern with it. And Crystal kind of jumps in, and she goes, oh, we're going to get to you. As though it's like lined up, like ready to go. And it's like, wait a minute.
It's more so like as if everybody else in the room already knows what we're doing.
Right.
Like what she pulled out was completely out of her ass. Like it was like at least 10 inches up at her ass. Just let's rip that thing out and we're going to talk about what's going on with you. No. 10 inches. 10 inches was too much.
It's too much. This is too much. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I am not. See, he baits me into stupid shit. Not tonight, Satan. Anyway, this is what I asked you guys before we started this whole recap is, do you think that Crystal said those things? You guys all think she did. Do you think that she said it verbatim? And that's an important fact here, all right? And we get the confessional, and Shooter's got a really good theory on this, and I'm excited to get there. But, oh yeah, we love a good theory. But my whole thing with that, actually, you know what, fuck it, tell your theory.
You don't want to talk?
No, tell your theory.
All right, fine.
It's a good theory.
So when it comes to Anna Marie, I feel like what she did was she did her homework. She went back a couple years. She watched the last episodes. She pulled little things out from each episode that Crystal was doing, and she found Crystal as an easy target. Let me take her down, and it'll give me a little bit of credibility in the group because people don't like Crystal. Everybody likes Crystal. It's just that she doesn't really deliver every season, and that's the problem. But it doesn't mean that she doesn't have friends in the group. So Anna Marie sat there, brought things down and said, oh, you said this to me when cameras weren't rolling at this holiday party last year. If you're going to look at me and say that I told you I was an anesthesiologist last year, I can pull things out that you said in past seasons and say you said them to me directly. I think that's what she did. There's no fucking chance that Crystal sat there with Anna Marie, somebody that she just met, and said, oh yeah, these girls are stupid, they're so dumb, they're petty, they only care about like social activities, I'm the only true socialite in the group. There's no way that she said all of those things at one time. She just pulled them down. Like she probably wasn't even talking to Anna Marie.
I don't think she was talking to Anna Marie at all, and I think that your theory makes a lot of sense, which is why I wanted you to deliver it so eloquently. But I think it does make a lot of sense, and I think that what it has given us, and it's something that we've wanted for a long time because we are fans of Crystal. I think that she can do well on this show, and I think that there is a place for her on this show. We've needed her to deliver in some way, shape, or form. She's had to kind of work her way up to speaking up, and it's taken her a long time. But for better or for worse, even though this storyline's a fucking disaster with Anne Marie, the good thing is Crystal is now speaking up. She's got a voice and she's talking some shit, and we like that, and it's something that we've needed out of her. Yeah, and it's a great thing to see. Right, guys? Right? Yeah! Fucking love that. I love it. I'm not gonna be able to do the podcast anymore because I'm like, right, guys? And
you're gonna add a laugh track or like an applause track to this.
I don't know how to do that.
You can do it.
I've had that soundboard. We upgraded. No big deal. And I got this fancy soundboard with all these buttons on it, and I have no fucking clue how to load new shit. So if you listen to the Miami recap, that's why there's one sound that we use, and it's a bam, 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 bam. Yeah, Mr. 305. You didn't think I was gonna work that in tonight? Mr.
I'm
Worldwide.
so fucking pissed off.
Where were we? This is fun. But we finally get Crystal speaking up, and that's where she starts to defend herself, and this is where she's gonna have to be careful, I think, in how she approaches this thing, because I think we all are aware that she has said something like this in passing to somebody at some point. It might not be all his theory in which she went back and watched the seasons. I do think that she definitely did that and did her homework, but I think she runs the risk here if she takes the wrong approach and completely denies ever having those thoughts or feelings that we might see this kind of blow up in her face.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where she's leaning. Yeah. But at the very least, we're going to get more out of Crystal. I don't care what line she takes to get to the end goal, which is just getting her to talk more. Yeah. That's all we really want is just get engaged, do some shit in the group. I don't care if you're the villain or the hero, whatever the hell you're going to do, just do something. And we've talked to Crystal a bunch of times, and we know that she can present a little bit more. Obviously, it would suck if she just denies the whole thing because you got to lean into it a little bit. You definitely said it. You have to remember that you said it on camera. That's the same complaint that we always have. You've got microphones. You're getting filmed. Everybody can go back and watch the tape. You're going to talk about this. You better be able to back it up when it comes back and bites you in the ass. So hopefully she can back it up. But if nothing else, Anna Marie got her activated, right?
Anna Marie got her activated, but then,
is that the only thing that she's gonna do though? Like, other than that, like Anna Marie needs to fucking go. Like, there's no reason for her to be here. We're finally Rinaless on this show. We don't need to bring somebody else back to like do some dumb shit.
No, I
that's a half
agree.
applause. I should have said right at the end.
You gotta say right. That's how you get the applause. I know how to work the room. But no, I agree with you. And like my shit with Anna Marie, dude. And I could go on, and we're gonna go on and on. But it comes back to the lying thing. She goes after Crystal saying, you're not being honest, and pointing the finger at Crystal. And that's when she says, and by the way, you owe me a thank you. Because of, yeah, remember that? She says, you owe me a thank you for keeping you relevant and giving you a fucking storyline. Which is, like, look, has Crystal had a storyline? No. Have you been waiting for it? Yeah. This is not why. Like, you didn't come in here and be like, oh, thank God for Anna Marie, or else Crystal would be fucking null and void. It's like, no, you're irrelevant, dude. Every time you come on screen, the collective Bravo-verse groans. Yeah. I'm pretty sure if you stick your head out a window, okay, in an apartment building or a suburban neighborhood, while this is airing and Anne Marie comes out, you'll hear, ah, fuck. Or something along those lines. My neighbors would say fuck. I don't know what your neighbors would say. But anyway, let's get back to the show. She says, don't take my kindness for weakness. And the one thing that I do need to discuss, because Dorit can't help but sticking her foot in her mouth, and we've seen her say some dumb shit in the past. We've seen her say some things that are very insensitive, and we've seen her double down on Instagram and say, happily living in my bubble. And we discussed that at length on the podcast, and it was an unfortunate situation. And here we go again. And it's like one of those things where, and just for the line for reference, you know, she says, okay, child bride, in regards to Crystal. Exactly.
But she says that in a confessional, which is weeks later. Like, you're clearly back from Spain. You've had time to think about it, and you really want to lean into that. Like, she just doesn't understand, which we've never pegged Dorit for understanding anything.
No, but I...
Except for dialects.
Except for dialects. Yeah, she speaks a lot of languages. Yeah, but here's my thing with that, and it's ignorance is never okay, but if somebody's ignorant and makes a mistake and they learn, they take the accountability and they take the time to figure out what they've done wrong, learn something about themselves, maybe look inward and say, you know what, that was fucked up. I'm better for it now because I'm no longer that person. Would be a beautiful thing. And it's something that in this day and age is talked about much more frequently. And you would expect them to have the pulse of society a little bit better than they do sometimes. And with Dorit, it's like, okay, you fucked up already saying a microaggression before and went on fucking Instagram again and said, happily living in my bubble, which was dumb. Fast forward, not even like 2 weeks later, and here we go again. You call Crystal a child bride, who got married at 24, by the way, which is not like outrageous for someone to get married at 24. I got married at 23 my first time. That didn't go well, so maybe there is something to that. But
You want to talk more about that?
do you want to get into my divorce? I don't think we need to talk about my divorce tonight. That's a different podcast. That's a much sadder podcast.
Yeah, let's not.
Oh, no, not really,
Not
guys.
the fucking
Not
awe
actually.
from the crowd. Jesus Christ.
Right, guys? Right? No. I got that fucked me up. Where were we?
I don't fucking know. We gotta wrap this thing up.
With Dorit. In these moments, when she's ignorant again, it's very frustrating to watch this, and I know nobody's gonna really check her for it, and even if they do, nothing's going to change. So I guess my question for you, we've watched Dorit be the same person over and over again on TV. One, what the fuck does she bring to the show? Two,
This is where we were last year. What's your second one?
is she vital to the show?
No, absolutely not. She brings nothing to the show. She's not even a fucking Kyle ally anymore. Like, we need Kyle because Kyle's doing things in the storyline. We don't need to reach. She's not as close to Kyle anymore. She doesn't understand what's going on. She's pissed off about that. If anything, like, if you're going to be pissed off about what's going on with Kyle, then maybe do your own thing or maybe go against Kyle. Do something. Anything that she's doing anymore is just either offensive or completely stupid. I just don't care. Like, we're doing the same thing that we did last year where we're talking about Dorit. She brings nothing to any of these shows. I don't care what her personal life is like because it's just PK, and PK's just laying in bed. Like, what do you want?
I'm really tired.
Oh, he's jet lagged. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys.
I'm so
no,
tired.
He's fucking old and like out of shape. Like, what are you gonna do? I don't care about any of her storylines. None of it makes any sense. So no, she can go.
And she tries to say that Crystal's uneducated and this and that, and that she's worldly, and then flash over to Crystal and her businesses. She's got Pure Cocoa, which is a fucking massive company. It's in Costco. It's in all these other places. This is not a plug for Pure Cocoa.
Yeah, shout out Pure Cocoa.
No. Shout out Bubly, though. And if
Everybody
you guys
make sure you get
Bubly,
yourself
make sure you grab a Bubly on the way out because it actually is our favorite seltzer water. So grab yourself a Bubly. That's not a plug. That's the truth, baby. That's the truth. Grab it up. Well, the last thing I want to talk about, and then we have a very special guest coming out, is just where do you see this season going? Let's tie a bow on it tonight, because we do have a very special guest that I would like to get to. We do have the last conversation between Crystal and Sutton, but it's pretty much the shit that we've already talked about, so we don't have to dive back into that. But will Anne-Marie have, I know what you're gonna do as soon as I say this, so just shh, because we have to get through this part.
Boo.
Don't do it.
Boo.
Will Anne-Marie have a chance to redeem herself?
Boo.
I said don't do
it. Boo.
Well, one and done. She probably will be one and done.
Yeah.
But
This is the new Bravo. We're going to go one and done for everybody.
one and dones.
Yep.
One and
Bring
dones.
somebody in, push the storyline a little bit, and then we're out.
But negative 8.5.
All right, there we
That's
go.
right. Oh yeah, Anne-Marie
I don't even know
8.5.
what that. Yeah, there you go.
But as promised, we have a very special guest tonight, much cooler than Joe Bradley. He's not even here.
He's not even there.
See? I told you. Not nearly as cool as Danielle, though. But hey.
There we go.
But from the new Roni, the Roni reboot, let's welcome to the stage Erin Lichy. Get it up. Let's go. Come on, New York.
What, we got a bottle with us?
Oh, shit.
Erin, how are you?
Good. How are you? Good to meet you.
I get to hog it for myself. What's going on? Yeah. No, I thought we would have like.
Let me just crack open my.
We can just slide. I'll have a bubble.
I don't have a catchy line.
You want your drink? I'll turn around and grab it.
Oh, it's cherry. I actually do love this. Oh, this is raspberry. This is good. Yeah, the
Yeah,
lights are super bright.
Yeah. Welcome to the bright lights.
Where's Alex and Danielle?
They're in the center.
They're in the
of
center. Yeah, we've
the
got them
room.
all over
This
there.
mic. Is this on? Hello? Hey.
Hi.
Do you want to hold it or do you want me to put
He's
it in
gonna
here?
hold it the whole time.
Here, I don't know what to do. Would you like to hold it? Yeah, you get a
You can hold
microphone.
it. You can put it in the mic stand if you want.
Okay.
We all, or you
Hi.
can put it in the mic. So, we have lots of questions for you.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Are they tough questions?
It
Hell
depends.
no,
See
they're
how the first
fucking
few go.
softballs.
Yeah.
I was actually always good at softball. So.
There you
There you go. So, it was
Balls
your-
are fun.
balls are fun.
There you go. Starting off the show strong. She knows her audience.
Yeah, she gets the vibe.
We're the audience, by the way. You guys are.
Yeah, you guys are.
Yeah.
No, I love you guys. So, it was your first season as a housewife.
My first one.
It was your very first one. How do you think it went? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Yes and no. I mean, it's hard the first season. It's
Right.
not the easiest thing to go through. And it's also weird to like rewatch it and to go through things again and to hear what people are saying about you in the confessionals. It's just like a weird, it's not normal.
No,
You
it's
know?
not.
It's like these are things that you think about your friends. You like talk shit about your friends to each other, to your other friends, not like in a public forum.
I talk shit about him to my other friends all the time.
Exactly.
Or
It's
he just
normal.
does it on the podcast and we just sit and listen back.
Or I
Right.
tell all of you.
Either way, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like kind of, it just takes a minute to get used to, and then you have fun with it. Honestly, the fans make it worthwhile. Really, it's so true. Like being at BravoCon, I was like, this is a real thing. People are connecting in certain ways, and like they connect on certain things that you wouldn't even think they're connecting on. Like, oh my God, in that scene with your son, that was so nice. And it's like, oh wow, like you picked up on that energy, and that's really what makes it special.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. What do you think moving forward after watching the game film, if you will, going
check
back
tape.
and looking at everything? You got to check some tape, see how you performed. What do you think you would do differently next season? Now, I'm not asking you to take
I
anything away from
wouldn't
the first
hold
season.
back. I held back.
You held
I
back?
held a lot back.
What'd you hold
actually.
back?
There's a lot that nobody knows about a lot of things that we were all like very timid and like nervous to spill things and to say what we really thought. Like at the reunion, for example.
You guys held back at the reunion?
I thought they did. I thought you held back. I thought everyone was trying to get to a point.
I
at
thought the
end where it's
reunion-
like, let's
the
smooth it
entire
over.
point of the reunion
was that
is
the
to
faux
not
smooth
do
over?
that.
Correct.
It's the faux
Correct.
smooth over. We've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
It's across the board. Okay, I don't know what the fuck show you were watching.
No, I'm saying like reunions, you don't hold back at the reunion. That's when you get to
Right.
sit back and
And I-
watch everything and you just kind of let it all out.
And that's what I think we learned.
Okay.
That going forward, it's the time to really like let it out and hash it out and be
Okay.
done with it.
That's good. That's really good film checking tape checking.
Monday morning
something
quarterback.
so much more clever, and I fucked it up.
No, we
I'm
call
so
that Monday
sorry.
morning quarterback.
Monday morning quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like you're hazed. Your first season, it's like I always say this, like being hazed in college.
Right.
Like you don't know what's gonna happen, and so you just go through all this like shit, and it's like hard, and you feel like everyone's like mean to you and this and that. But then once you've gone through it, it's like whatever. Now the next person gets hazed, you know?
Yeah.
So any newbie that comes better expect to get hazed.
Oh, do we have any newbies coming?
I have no idea. I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope they would check with you first. Nah, maybe not. Yeah.
maybe after the second
Newbie.
season.
Yeah, you're a newbie
You
in
guys
your own
study
right.
Bravo.
Yeah.
You know they're not gonna check with us.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I guess kind of piggybacking on that, you are filling the shoes, if you will, of a very prominent cast, a very boisterous cast.
That was hard.
That's what I was going to ask. That
Yeah.
and how were they towards you guys initially?
Honestly, not very nice.
Yeah.
Like they were kind of hating. Like they weren't mean, but they like we were expecting. You know, I'd see them and I'd be like, "Hey," and they'd just be like, so that kind of stuff.
God.
But now they're really nice.
Sure.
Now
yeah.
they're nice.
Well, you know why they're really nice now.
Now they're like, "Will you come to my show?"
Yeah.
And will you like?
Maybe we can come on your show. Yeah.
Maybe I
because
can come
now
on
it's
your
your show.
podcast.
You know, and there's space for both of it. Like, why? I don't know why it had to be so like this or that. You know, I feel like
That's
I wish
what we
they
said.
embraced us because we would have been like, we're so open as a group. Like, we would have been like, come on, or let's have lunch. You know, we would have been so into it, but they just, it was no.
They felt like you took their job.
And we did. We did.
I mean, you did.
I
But
get it.
I guess that's
I get it.
my big thing with it, because if you read the comments, we liked the reboot from the beginning. And
did?
Yeah, and we
love
told
that.
our listeners.
Yeah, we're not just doing that because you're up here.
Yeah, no. You can go back and listen. But we told our listeners, can we go into this? And we also have the benefit of getting into Bravo later. Like, we didn't watch all the previous seasons. I watched a lot of Roni, but not a ton of the previous seasons.
Right.
So I asked our listeners to go into this not expecting Dorinda, not expecting Luann, not expecting the OGs, and go into this. This is a new cast. It's a new show. It's a new time. If you liked the original women so much, why the fuck did you stop watching the show? If you kept watching, it would still be on.
Right.
So, like, anytime people have that argument, I'm like, you're the reason that it got canceled and they rebooted it. So settle down.
And there are 2 shows now, so like everybody gets
Exactly.
it. And one thing I'll say too, and I would never take away, is I think they are legends. I think they are iconic. I think they gave a lot, and that I realize now that I've done a season is like the biggest thing with Housewives. It's like if you can give that much of yourself to the viewers and like open your heart to them in that way and like be vulnerable, that's the biggest thing, because it's hard to do, but if you can do it, I think you make a great housewife or a great reality TV person. And they really did that. So I respect them. I think they're amazing. I just wish they were less bitter.
Yeah. Well, they started off less bitter, but
They're great now.
something that's been bothering me
Uh-oh.
pretty much since the season.
Ooh.
Could you actually hear everybody in the back of the room during your secondary ceremony, whatever we want to call that,
Oh,
with you and Abe?
The anniversary.
Is that a good phrase for that?
Anniversary
Could you
party.
fucking
Anniversary
hear
party.
them in the back of the room? Because there's no way. Like, everybody was talking.
Could I hear who? The girls?
Yeah.
The fellow castmates. when
They were in
picked.
front of. They were in the front.
Oh, Bravo
Yeah.
made it look like they were all the way in the back.
No, they were literally in front.
Oh, we got
They were
we
right
got
in front.
cucked by Bravo. We got-
Production does that sometimes.
God damn
They
it.
were
Yeah.
directly in front. No.
Oh, yeah.
They
They
were
were
like
back by the
here.
bar.
They were right there.
They should have
They
showed
were right
that.
there.
So they were trying to
Damn.
do you a little dirty, like you were overreacting. a lot.
Yeah. Well, you know, we needed something. It was kind of boring in the beginning.
At least you're honest. But
That's true.
I guess my question, we saw a lot of stuff in the group. We let relationships kind of hit some speed bumps. Where do you and Bryn stand these days? Are you guys all good?
Yeah, we're good.
How about anybody else? Or how's the group as a whole? Like, because again, the reunion to me seemed like everyone just was kind of like, we're gonna all say okay so we can leave this like cool with each other.
There are definitely cracks.
Okay.
I think I'm more comfortable going into next season knowing what like the truth is about people so that I don't make mistakes again.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say who that is with, but I will not make mistakes again. What I will say is that contrary to the common belief, Uba's probably my closest friend. Like really, truly. I trust her, even though like people are like, how are you guys friends again like that? Like I actually trust her the most. And I actually appreciate that I that I could see what hurt her, and that I'd rather someone scream in my face than do creepy things behind my back. That's me. That's me. I know
that's
it sounds
gotta be
weird.
hard to come by too with those shows.
There's
they're just gonna go to
so
the
many
confessional and just
creepy
talk
things
shit.
that go on behind.
Yeah.
There's so many creepy things that's like what the show is, really, honestly.
Right.
It's creepy things.
And creepy things that go on behind the scenes, like people talking to like press
that kinda
and
creepy
weird
thing.
kind of weird shit. Like yell at me and be mad at me and let's move on. Like I don't know. I'm one of 5. I'm used to that. Like that's just how we grew up.
Yeah, I think that's like growing pains with the show though too. Like maybe by season 3, everybody will kind of figure that out. Sounds like you've got to figure it out at least after the first season, but
I don't know. Some people aren't that forthright, and they do things
boring.
behind.
What
the
are they doing on a
scenes,
fucking
and
reality
they
show?
Fish for like information, and they make
That's
some good
playing the
characters
game.
too.
I mean, that's the thing is we get
Don't
lots of
make excuses.
Stop it. We get different dynamics on these shows. You have some women that will come out and just say it to your face. You have other housewives that will play the game. Look at Giselle. She doesn't talk about anything going on with her life, but she's always moving to pieces. She's always trying to figure
We don't
out the
talk
next
about
thing.
Potomac anymore. Potomac sucks.
I know.
We're done with it. Fuck
Oh,
it.
it does?
We're done. Oh, it's awful.
watch it.
See, Erin doesn't even watch it. Potomac sucks, as heard by Erin.
Yeah.
I love Miami though.
Yeah, so do we.
Miami.
Jesus fucking
I love
Christ.
it. And actually, Lisa's boyfriend is randomly best friends with my cousin.
Jody?
Or Jody?
Jody is best friends with my cousin Adam.
What does
Like,
Jody
my
talk
first
to Adam
cousin.
about? Yeah. You only talk to him about Lisa? And like Lisa's and Lenny?
Wait, can we just please talk about Kiki? First of all, she's my favorite.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kiki's
My
great.
favorite.
Yeah.
I don't get how she doesn't get enough. Like she doesn't get
She
enough
doesn't.
credit.
She does not.
said.
She is
Yeah.
the best.
She is.
But that scene where she was like, Lisa be like, I have a yeast infection. Does he have a yeast infection too? I was crying. I could not stop laughing. Lenny has a yeast infection too. I was like, she's a genius. She's a comedic genius.
Kiki's amazing.
Her style, she's beautiful. She's funny.
Her
like,
backstory. I didn't know any of that shit
Yeah.
until Swim Week, and like it's incredible the fact that she was in Haiti, moved here, got kicked out of her fucking house.
Yeah, 15.
And 15 years old, went to work at Burger King and still made it on the runway. She's fucking crushing it. I want to hear about that. I don't
Same.
want to hear about Lenny and his 20-something girlfriend and his fucking weird house, that drug dealer compound that he calls
That's the White House. That's the White House.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
It's
my
the White House
God,
with an air
Narcos.
conditioning unit on
It's like
top.
fucking
Yeah.
Narcos, right? Like every time I
Total
see that
Narcos
house,
vibes.
I'm like, some weird shit goes on in there, and you know there's a subfloor. You know there's something.
Oh, yeah. There's
Right?
two basements. There's the
definitely-
fun basement and then there's the fun basement.
There's the fun basement and the fun basement. Yeah.
That's good. That's true.
Right?
What do you think, like, next season, what do you want them to explore a little bit more?
I want us to fucking go out and have some more fun.
Fuck yeah. Get out, get drunk, have fun.
Like enough with the let's meet up in the park and like have
No.
a coffee.
No, we
They're
want to
gonna
see.
kill me.
Oh, God. No.
We want to see
I want
like
to go
flip
out and have
cup
fun.
shit.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do, you know?
Well, why don't they show that? Do you think that?
I think they will. I think they had to like set up.
just get
little
everybody's
bit.
like
Yeah.
backstory and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, your predictions for this? And I know you can't spill the tea or anything too much.
I'm
you want to
so
let a little
bad,
bit out.
so.
That's fine.
Don't ask me questions.
There's no cameras here.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just
no
us.
cameras here.
And everybody else.
There might be one right there, but I don't know.
No, that's just a big
But-
shiny light.
Is it?
It's blinding the shit out of me, but yeah. It's,
Oh yeah.
Can't see anything.
Yeah. No, it's really bright up here. We can't see.
I like
any-
we get sympathy from the crowd. They say, "Oh," immediately.
Yeah, it's really nice. But
They are.
No, I was kidding.
no.
Oh, that's better.
Can you still see us though?
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, you
No,
got-
now I can see Joe. I don't want to see Joe. Joe,
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
don't. No,
Now
but
I can see you guys, sort of.
do you think that this season moving forward, do you think that we're going to get that? Do you think you are going to be
Yes.
out more partying,
I
having
do.
fun? Because the one thing I will give you guys credit for, and something we really enjoy on any show on Bravo, is when shit pops off and there's drama with something. We like it to be wrapped up quick. We want to get to the bottom of it
Oh, good.
and then move on to the next thing.
I
And
like
your
that.
show does, like, you guys were able to do that
Yeah, I like
consistently,
that.
where it's like shit pops off. Let's talk about it, figure it the fuck out, move on, then shit pops off. It keeps everything moving forward instead of getting stuck on a black eye for the entire season, instead of getting stuck on Lenny Hochstein.
That was
for the entire-
crazy.
Isn't that
I didn't see
wild?
part 2 of the reunion, but she
Oh, you
really.
didn't?
Yeah.
Punch her in the face.
We don't know.
She never.
It's
really
still
said that.
ambiguous.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
still open-ended, but we're done with it.
Yeah, we're over.
We were done with it last year, but now we're redone with it.
Oh, that's
They
good.
pulled us back in. You guys all felt it too, didn't you? They teed it up so
Yeah, I thought that
perfectly.
she said
She
that-
dropped it. Like, I literally said to him on our episode, if they fucking do the black eye at the end of this episode, I'm gonna be pissed. But they did it so well that she just dropped, and I stuck up for her even after the black eye. And everyone went, what the fuck? And then it gets to the reunion, and it's like, nah, maybe though. Like, we got footage of something happening, and then I like got nervous on Watch What Happens Live and had my chance to ask, and I asked about the fucking twig plant in the corner.
That's
So-
fair. Yeah. But we had a good theory.
You live,
though,
you
on that
learn.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
I still think it was the twig plant, honestly. What's that? Oh, somebody sent me a
guys.
beer. Who sent me a beer? Was it Joe?
Cold beer.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Now I'm getting my drink.
Who sent me
Yeah,
this
that's your
shit?
drink.
Thanks,
We're gonna get a
Gates.
drink. I've got my bubbly. Let me just smell your beer though.
Yeah. We said before, I'll just dump it on your fingers and you can kind of absorb it through your pores.
Yeah.
Or dry January.
No, I'm sober 5 years actually.
Oh my God! I'm
Yeah.
sorry I didn't know that.
No.
Good
It's-
for you.
Hey,
Wow.
right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and it's been a pretty remarkable 5 years. Look at this shit, right? So, but what are you drinking?
I'm drinking my mezcal, which, by the way, mezcalum, and our whole sort of messaging is conscious consumption
I love that.
and mindful drinking. It's 100% like pure agave, and it's better for your bodies. And if you watch the show, you know that like I never get crazy drunk or sloppy because
Not yet.
Hey now.
I should next time. A little
One
bit.
time, just one time.
Little
And
bit.
I'll just keep this up near like my crotch so everybody.
Yeah, that's-
Well, you
kinda
didn't
goes
see
there.
that episode. I don't know if anyone noticed in the Hamptons when I was like, Jenna, carry me on my the leg. I'll walk. And I started walking, and they were like blurring out my nipples. Apparently, that was that. If they kept recording that night, it would have gone south.
but you
I
don't
think,
get
for me.
sloppy on the show.
Just a little.
Just a little, yeah.
Just at my house.
Just within the
little
Hamptons.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
at my house in
It's
Hamptons.
the
Which, by the way, is it the fun part of the Hamptons?
It's not the
or
fun part of
not
the
the fun
Hamptons.
part of the Hamptons.
You're not by the
What
water.
is like Sag Harbor? Oh my God. Jenna gets to look at the ocean, and Jenna's like, by the way, babe, I'm not on the ocean.
Yeah, and also like you're in the fucking Hamptons in a house. Like it's pretty fucking cool. I think. I don't know.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't go to many Hamptons.
How about we just have some fun and get wasted? Yeah.
right
Not
now?
us. Not us. Not us. Not us.
Everyone's like, hell yeah. No, I don't think he means right now. You guys can. Just let me smell your drinks.
Stop doing that.
No, but the last thing that I would like to ask you, and then I think we're gonna get to some audience questions. But what is your since becoming a housewife? Well, actually, no. First, I got two more questions. One's really important. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Do you and Abe swing?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay, cool. The only reason I'm asking is because you took people to swingers after it was like kind of a swinger
Yeah,
conversation.
no, the producers are fucking smart.
That's what they did? They did
They
that?
were like, oh, don't you love this place, swingers? We can do fun stuff like drink and eat and also play mini golf. I'm like, that sounds
maybe eat some
awesome.
pineapple and see what happens.
And then I'm like, oh, we just had
Swingers.
the swinger conversation.
Yep. It worked, by the way. Production, it totally worked.
Yeah, it definitely worked.
Smart.
So I had to ask that. Sorry. But my second question for you, then we'll get to y'all's questions out there.
I would say if we did, by the way. Maybe one day.
I believe
We
that.
believe
I-
it.
I'm
Yeah,
the
we
Is
believe
it
most-
out of the cards?
Open. I mean, look, if we're like, I don't know. I mean, who knows? If we're really a lot, but I just don't know that I could like. If anything, I would just like pull someone in like a foreign country. I don't know if I'm not.
Oh, maybe.
What about Barcelona?
Maybe in Barcelona.
Maybe Barcelona.
Maybe a little Ibiza.
Yeah, I love Barcelona. I had a boyfriend in Barcelona. Barcelona.
Was his name Storm?
No, he was a basketball player. I'm not going to say his name. He was. You would know him.
Luka Doncic.
You would know him.
It's not Lucas.
We would know him.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Pal Gasol.
You can't do that.
You realize?
Not Pow. No, he's the
You
cuter,
know who you're sitting with?
The
Like, we can-
cuter one.
Manu
Telling
Ginobili.
people this, Mark.
Marc Gasol. I'm not telling people this, Mark.
We got it. Hell yeah.
Marc Gasol's a
recording?
great looking
By the
guy.
way,
He was cute, but
We love Marc.
our best friend Katie played professional basketball in Europe, so she probably knows him.
do you? He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then my last question for you, and
How
then we'll
many
get to y'all's
questions do you
questions.
have?
I said I had 2, and we got into the swinger conversation. That was it.
And I spilled all the tea of my past that I shouldn't have said.
Nah, it's
Great.
okay.
Yeah, it's all right. No,
We're gonna do it somewhere, you know.
Everything stays here.
But next season, I know you said you want to go for it and all of that. How do you think that RHONY becomes a mainstay? Like, what's it gonna set that apart from the shows that we're seeing right now? Is there anything that you guys do better, or that you think you guys do better than the other shows out there?
That's a good question, and I truly believe that we are not going to tear each other apart.
Okay, I like that.
Good.
And I think that's the difference.
We don't
I
want to see that.
I don't think we have it in us. I think, like, at least this group, this core group, like, we're just it's always gonna be somewhat light. I don't think any of us are gonna go to those like really creepy places that I've seen before.
What kind of places?
I don't know, like bringing kids.
Oh, I thought you meant
No,
like physical
rule
places.
number
I
one.
thought you were talking about like creepy places in the city.
Oh, no.
'Cause we're
Hear the
staying here
story?
tonight, so
I'd
I'm like,
like to
what
go to
kind
a
of creepy
creepy
places he's
place in
talking
the
about?
city.
Did I tell you the story about my basement?
Oh God, no.
Tell me.
Stop. Again.
What
I'll tell you
happened?
after. I already told all of them. But do you have anything that you want to announce or anything like that before we ask these beautiful people their questions?
I was gonna say something stupid, but no.
Do it.
Do it.
I'm pregnant. No,
Really?
I'm not. No.
All right. Well, let's get some questions. If I guess I'll like bop down around there. Oh boy,
Did we even think about that? You're gonna pop
is this a
around?
good idea?
In the
I'm gonna
jorts?
bop around in some
With the
jorts.
jeggings?
They're really flexible, so I can really get around the room.
Don't fucking do that.
Who's got a question? Oh, right here. I'm holding the mic.
Fine. Okay, my question's for Erin.
Cool.
I'm a huge fan of the new RHONY.
Oh, thank you.
And I actually loved you the whole season.
Oh, thank you.
You were like one of my favorites.
It's not a question.
No, I'm
One
getting
up.
there. I just have to gas her up first. So you got a lot of backlash with all of the Jessel controversy. What do you have to say now that the season's settled, the reunion's been filmed, she did her whole Vanity Fair situation, like
Vanity Fair?
or what was it? I don't remember.
Rolling Stone.
Rolling Stone. But what do you have to say now that everything's kind of settled? Like she's had her limelight, and you kind of were painted as the villain because I don't.
I was?
view it. You were. No, you were. You were.
I didn't know that.
Very aloof.
Breaking news.
I'm a big fan, but I'm just saying a lot of people viewed you in kind of a negative way. So what do you have to say about that? No, I'm just saying.
Moving
I
on
did
to our
not
next
know
question.
that.
Who do we got now?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
No, I'm just saying like now that things have settled, like what do you have to say about like that controversy?
By the way, I love you, but I fucking hate you, and you're the villain. Okay, this is what I will say. I was not at that lunch where the discussion about Vietnam was had. I was not there. So that was brought to me by a friend. So I heard the information and I thought it was weird and I commented on it. I really feel like I just was thinking that some of the information that I received was weird. I feel like it looked like I tagged up on it, and then the whole storyline about like, well, I did IVF and that's why I didn't have sex. If you watch the show, it was like, we're not having sex, like, ha ha ha. Like it was very light and it didn't seem like a big dramatic thing that, you know, she was going through all these rounds. I had no idea she had even done IVF. Her mom didn't even know. And it was like, all of a sudden, how could you do this to me? I went through IVF, like, I didn't know. It was like, I was like, why don't you have sex in the shower? And she's like, oh, maybe. Like, it was never a dramatic topic for her. It was just like, we just haven't had sex. So I was surprised. And so when I heard her husband went to Vietnam to get a sandwich, I will say that till I die. It's weird. Like, it's just weird.
Have you ever had a
Sorry.
banh mi? Because they're fucking delicious.
I don't care what a fucking
Whoa.
banh mi is. My husband is not going to Vietnam to get one.
Okay, that's
He can
fine.
find one
Fair
in the
enough.
city.
We got another question over here. What's your name? What's your favorite color?
My name is Iman. Favorite color is black, as you can see.
Hell yeah.
This is a softball. Hi, Erin.
Hi.
Hello. Of the other franchises, which ladies are you closest with, or do you hang out with the most?
Good question. I love Crystal. Yeah. Love. I recently had a whole night with Sutton, and we had the best time.
Nice.
I
Good
had
crowd
no
for
idea I would like her so much. We like couldn't stop talking, and I'm gonna see them in LA when I go in a couple weeks. Who else do I like?
No.
Who?
No.
I don't even know who else they're like. I'm really friends with. I'm trying to think. Who do I hang out with? I think that's it.
Who'd you hang out with at BravBros?
So many different people, but I'm trying to think housewives.
Did you see anybody from Southern Hospitality?
Yes.
One right there. There's a fun
Southern
friend.
Hospitality. Did I see you there?
Oh, fuck off.
We have questions from some people you guys know. You guys can hold the mic. I trust you guys.
No. Hi, Erin Hughes.
Hi.
I love you. So this question's for all three of you guys. Would you prefer if we went to streaming, like live, like instead of just having it come out 9 months after we film?
Yes.
If it were just in more real time, because there was something that you said before.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Yeah.
you have all things coming out in the press about someone's life, and it's just like, sometimes you just want to live your life and have it out there so that you're not. But then Salt Lake City happens, and it's like, it really is juicy and yummy that it's under wraps, and then you're like, oh, this big reveal. So for me, I'm just like, why don't we stream?
That's a good point, honestly, because like Salt Lake City was an anomaly.
Sooner.
And that would never happen, and it hasn't happened in other shows. If that happened, like we watched it in Southern Charm, they had to come back when Page 6 revealed that Austin and Taylor had hooked up. Then all of a sudden there was another problem, and it's like, all right, we fucking dealt with that in the first 2 episodes. Let's just deal with it when it actually happens, and then we can kind of move forward. I think that would be great. Do you think that Bravo would go for that?
I'm like an 85-year-old woman. I
don't think Bravo would
show.
go for it because it is so insanely difficult to edit our shows.
Yeah, there's
and I
no
give
way.
them a lot of grace for that. But at the same time, to come and have to relive all of it and then have receipts, screenshots.
It's not fun for us.
It is. It's very difficult for us.
But it's great for people to like build the hype and to
as long as
wait.
we do our homework. It's really hard when you have
really bad.
That's a good
3
point. I
different
feel like
lives.
they can do it with some shows, but maybe not all of them.
Joe Bradley.
Oh.
All right. So
Hey, Joe.
How are y'all doing? So, Erin, now I know why Danielle talks so highly of you, because I don't watch Housewives, but now I'm going to. I'm going to binge your show. And the Bravos.
Maybe you'll notice that I'm not the villain.
Yeah. There's no way you're the villain. You're too cool. But I have a question for Steel and Shooter. What exactly is your golf handicap, and when are you coming to Charleston?
I'm a fucking scratch golfer. We'll be down there in March.
No,
pal.
you're not.
I'll take all your fucking money.
No, you're not.
No, I'm probably like a 12.
Maybe when you drank, you were.
Hey. He wants everyone to know that he hits leg day, though. This guy's a fucking...
Oh, yeah, dude hits leg day all the time.
Yeah, I
Can
gotta
you not
show it
see
up.
the fucking jorts behind you?
All right, settle down.
He's also got a sock.
Don't get everybody
he's got a
riled
sock
up. Who else
stuffed in
has
there.
a question?
At least
I'm
one
gonna
or
go
two
here. I'm
socks
coming
in
back
there.
to you.
Hi, Erin. My name is Grace. Love you. Love New York. If you had to choose one legacy Real Housewives of New York cast to join the current cast, who would it be?
Great question.
Tinsley.
Tinsley. Great answer.
She's the only
Great.
one that would.
Everybody loves the answer.
Fuck yeah. Moving on. Hey, well done. Good job.
Good question.
Yeah, great question. Follow that up. Don't fuck it up.
Mine is for the BravBros, mostly, because I don't want to get Erin in trouble. Do you think, Garcelle alluded to it this season, but do you think Dorit's robbery was real?
You know how we feel about it?
Nope. I think Dorit thinks it was
think it
real.
was fake.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Erin.
No.
Erin.
There's a whole thing. There's a whole conspiracy.
Stay off
about
the
this.
pages, honestly. Like
I'm just saying, look, I think it was real. I just think it's weird that the only thing that was taken were purses that were insured. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's
yeah,
all
no jewels. Yeah, okay.
All I'm saying, I got my guy right here. I promised him I'd come back.
I have so much to say.
Well, don't say too much. We have time.
Southern Hospitality, you breathe new life into Bravo. Thank you so much. Danielle, you're so gorgeous in person.
Hey, whoa. Hey, it's not their
Joe's
fucking
right
show.
there. Joe's right
it's
there.
our fucking show. Don't talk to them.
Erin, we
It's
went
about
to
us,
Swingers
dude.
because you went to Swingers. So thank you so much.
Oh,
They went to Swingers.
What is he saying about?
Oh, they went to swing.
They thought that they were going
Oh, you went to Swingers? Did you have fun? It's cute.
Yeah, I had a great
the
time.
The food was good.
Really good.
The food
Everything
was surprisingly good.
Yeah. Bravos, you make me want to watch sports, which is
Fuck yeah.
Fuck you.
so crazy. So I appreciate that. My question is, based off of you doing Watch What Happened Live and listening to Heather, did you think that she was lying at all, especially about the producers and everything like that? Why should Monica not go back on the show if Heather is the one that was lying about the producers?
No, Monica's not back on the show probably because she wanted more money and they didn't want to.
That's what we think.
That's what we think. Like that's how it works. Like anytime a housewife is let go, the reason that they're let go is because they couldn't get to a number and she wanted way more money. And like, look, I get it. She made that season, so that makes a ton of sense. However, I think Heather she copped to a lot of it. She even said that they knew and she heard grumblings before the season even started that Monica was part of it. She started putting it together.
She threw production under the bus.
Yeah, but I feel like that's just the role of production. You can throw them under the bus whenever the fuck you want. It's their job.
That is. Okay.
We do it too.
What? How much time do we have left, Scott? JK, guys. What time?
5 minutes, according to
5
the
minutes?
visual guy.
Okay, we got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Let's come over here. What's your name? What's your favorite animal?
Oh my God.
My name is Carly. My favorite animal is cats. I have two. My question is for Erin. So on the show, you guys played a game about your most embarrassing story, and you kind of got a little ripped apart for yours.
I might have been a little.
So do you
You
have
don't
like
get
a
fucked up on
true-
the show anymore. Yeah, okay.
So I was just wondering if you had like a real embarrassing story that you wanted to share.
All right, you want to hear it?
Fuck yeah. Spill that tea.
It's so bad. It's so embarrassing. And I can't believe I'm saying it with a bunch of bros, but I'll tell you.
Whoa.
Whoa, we're not
There was some
pros.
stank on that. I didn't appreciate that, bro.
It's bad. So, you know, like when you're, I don't know why, but like the car with my sister is like a very natural, normal place where I just like act like myself, like the car, you know, like when you're in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in the car, my sister's sitting in the passenger seat, and my ex-boyfriend at the time, my college boyfriend, was in the back. And we went and we got, everyone's very quiet. They're like, let's hear what you did. So we went and we got like bagels and we were hungover and we were like having a bagel. This was like years ago, whatever, after college. And I was talking to her and I forgot he was there. It goes to show why he's not around. And I just let one rip. Like loud and like gross. And she was like,
Wait, first off, that's the type of story that you tell with a bunch of bros. So I didn't appreciate the preface.
I didn't either, really.
Exactly, yeah.
It was slightly off-putting, honestly.
disgusting.
Wait, more off.
It was loud. It was just like, and he was like, oh. I was like, I'm so sorry, I forgot you were there. He's like, how did you forget I was here?
Yeah, dude, that's a full-on breakup right there.
Yeah.
That's why Shooter's single. No, next.
Wait, who farted in my face?
You want me to tell that story?
No.
Ah, you guys don't know if that's true or not.
I could tell.
Shut up, Katie. What? What do you?
My bad. So this can go to Erin or my Southern people and Danielle. So when you begin filming with someone, you meet them pretty much before things are aired. How much authenticity of a person have you seen, like, go from one thing to just diminish because of cameras?
Ooh.
Wow, what a question.
Wow, deep.
She went to our high school, so
God.
she's smart.
But we're not smart, so.
True.
You know.
I'll say that most of the girls on our show are pretty much how they are, except some of them, and I will obviously not say who. No, she's actually like that normally. It's not an act. It's true. But honestly, some of them have strategy. So like, I feel like a lot of them rehearse their storylines and they like planned for things. And I really didn't think I should do that. I think I should next season because everybody else is doing it.
No.
Nah.
Don't do it.
I don't even know how. Like, what would I do? I want to get a boob job. Should that be like my thing?
We're not
going to tell you no.
We're not going to say anything about that.
No, I don't want implants. I just want it like, up. But,
So, anyway.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about boobs.
No, but honestly, I feel like
Welcome to the BravBros.
Yeah, now it's a BravBro podcast. Jesus.
We're going to talk about boobs.
We didn't even bring it up.
Oh.
But we
never do.
We've got one more thing for you guys, and then we got to wrap this up. But we have a video from a special somebody. It's a friend of ours that thought she would give a shout out. So let's go ahead and roll that tape.
Hi, Steal and Shooter. It's Sutton here with the one and only Junebug. And I love you guys. And I'm sure you have the most amazing audience because y'all are such good guys. And I can't wait to watch your episode. I watch you all the time and I think you're great, great, great.
I paid $500 on Cameo.
Wait, I'm so glad I said how much I love Sutton.
Yeah, that's why I said it works with the crowd.
But let's give it up for Erin Lichy, everybody.
So fun.
Give it up for my boy Shooter
And I love this cute girl over here. Don't be upset.
Give it up for
messing
Steele
with you.
and his jorts.
And my jorts. And I just want to say real quick, guys, 5 years ago, I almost died from cirrhosis. And I know it's a deep cut here, but to get here today at our own live show with all of you is pretty fucking remarkable. And I never thought I'd be here with my best friend. And just thank you guys so much. Like, this is fucking awesome. So, thank you guys. You like that?
Fucking
right, guys, right? Boo. All right. Play us off.